A big thank you to Wondrium for making this video possible. More on them in a bit. So I can't decide if my wood is too soft. Maybe I'm just whacking it too hard. I mean, it's made for beating, right? Of course, talking about trusty old mallet here. It has seen better days. And I need a sponsor video, so let's make a new one. But I can't just do a normal mallet. You know me. If you don't know me, subscribe and get to know me. We could probably be friends. It's my professional opinion that a mallet should match your hand planes, and that is a rule to live by. So we're gonna be making this out of solid bronze. Yeah, let's get it. So a few months ago, a fellow woodworker and subscriber of the channel, shout out Chris, reached out and said, hey, I have got some of this, I think it's lacewood. I can't find the email. So if you know what this species is, comment below, but I think it is lacewood. So he sent me this chunk for the head in the mail and just asked that I do something with it. And I've been kind of meaning to remake this mallet for a while. Somebody also requested that I do a mallet with the head as a whole chunk and not laminated. 2 birds, 1 stone. The only issue is that I don't really like making stuff that's already been done. I wouldn't want to see another normal mallet be made. Sorry guys, that's kind of boring. I'm trying to be special over here, okay? So besides the bling, how the heck am I gonna spice this thing up? Well, I like my mallets like I like my women. Hot and with a medical degree. Wait, no, curvy and packs a punch? Sure, let's go with that. All right, now that we've got the tenon for the tote, handle. Now that we've got the joinery and the grippy section here, let's go ahead and cut the tenon. Now, my buddy and mentor, Tim, one of the things he always tries to remind me is cut your joinery before adding the funk. Now, I always remember this just as I'm getting ready to cut the joinery, usually right after I've added the funk. That's what this wedge is all about here. Just trying to find the vertical again so I can draw out the bulk of the waste for this mortise. Alright, now that we've got the mortise chopped out, let's give the tenon a reason to stick in there with some wedges.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Load it.
Yeah.
Now, I may know my way around a good piece of hardwood, but I am an absolute novice when it comes to working with metals, so don't judge me too hard here with the battery grinder. The reason I opted for bronze is because it won't send sparks into piles of sawdust when it strikes a hold fast, and it's a little harder than brass, which kind of has the tendency to mushroom and deform over time. Now, one of the first things every woodworker makes is a mallet. Yes, one can be purchased, and some actually make a living making mallets. They're totally a thing. And much like a workbench, one might call the mallet a checkpoint, a rite of passage, a simple beginner project that anyone can knock out in an afternoon and will serve them well for years. You can whack away every day with a hardwood head, giggity, with no risk to your eyesight, unlike what your mom always said. But they're made to be abused. Typical joiners' mallets are usually soft-faced. Holdfast mallets are usually non-sparking bronze and pretty expensive. Plate setting hammers, on the other hand, are brass, and wood carvers mallets are either rubber-faced or wood. Now, I've been using one to cover all the bases, and that's kind of a no-no. When it comes to woodworking, I'm mostly self-taught, but where do you go if you want to be taught something new? Let's take a minute here to talk about today's sponsor, Wondrium. Think of Wondrium as a museum for your mind. It's where you find the answer to everything you've ever wondered, and some things you never knew you'd ever wonder about. Ouch. Their carefully curated collection of short and long-form videos, tutorials, how-tos, travelogues, ouch, documentaries, and more. Ooh, hot. Ooh, hot, hot. Is academically comprehensive, thoroughly researched, endlessly entertaining, and presented by engaging experts in their field. In short, Wondrium is the place for minds that wander. It's the place for you. It's also the place for me. I spend a lot of time alone in the shop, and my brain always has to be doing something while I do something. 2 or more things, or no things. It's just how it works. Now, lately, my brain's been eating up the art of visual storytelling, as well as business and bees. Did you know insect pollinators contribute about $195 billion to the global economy annually? And what's better than listening to woodworking while woodworking? That's right, nothing. Nothing's better than that. They've got a whole catalog on woodworking projects, finishing, and joinery. If you've ever wondered about woodworking, if you've ever wondered about anything, Wondrium will be your new favorite place. Show your support for my channel by subscribing to Wondrium now by visiting wondrium.com/SawyerDesign or click the link in the description below for your free trial today. Seriously, your brain is going to love this place. Thanks for sponsoring this video, Wondrium. Now, back to the mallet. Alright, so one little thing is the inserts didn't line up quite right for the threading on the plates. And I think maybe this will last longer if there's some sort of buffer in there. So I'm gonna do an interface pad of leather between the bronze and the wood. Hopefully that'll absorb a little bit of the impact. We'll see if that works. All right, while we wait for the handle and the head to dry together, let's get started on the mount. So one of the favorite parts everyone loves about my workbench is this mounts to the leg and this slips in and it holds it. So I want to do the same thing for this. So let's go ahead. Ooh, you want to see something cool? Probably shouldn't show you this yet, but I'm just so excited. In case you were wondering what ADHD looks like in person. So I've got the little version of this vise and I love it. So for the split top Sawyer, got big Mondo burrito, bunch of dogs for it. This will inlay into the split top Sawyer. It's a tail vise. Came from Leslie over at Heartwood Tools. The vise is by H&T Gordon. She always writes a handwritten note. Probably shouldn't show this to you yet, but figure what the heck. A little sneak peek at what we got coming for upcoming builds can never be a bad thing, right? Not pretty. Also have a discount code down below. Might as well share it now in case any of you want to build a bench while I build a bench. get one of these from Leslie. She's never given out a discount code before. She is the place to go if you want handmade tools. Thinking like, what's the backside for? It balances it, but could we make that a different function? So I think what I'm going to do is use some of this really thick, heavy grained leather and give it a soft below side. So I have some options, and I'll just glue that onto the face. And I know I promised a shark dresser and a split top Sawyer. I'm working on them, okay? I'm just a little bit behind, and I had to stop to make a mallet so I could get some sponsorships out. But fear not, they're coming, and they're gonna be freaking awesome. Make sure you're subscribed for those. Okay, the age-old question, how do we glue leather to things? Hide glue, that's the answer. Hide glue would work. We're just looking for something sticky and flexible. I have been a big fan of hot melt industrial hot glue lately. That might last 2 years. It might last 2 minutes. We'll see. I'm at it. I think I'll reface this joiner's mallet. Uh, 720 grams, 1,198 grams, which equals 43 ounces, 42.3 ounces. Thor ain't got it on me. Hey guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you aren't already, please consider subscribing.